So I want to give some insight on how I'm viewing the whole Queen Marie and Gosia Robert situation. And this is coming from a very neutral place. And I can only report on what I've heard and what I've seen. And what I've seen are the receipts. That's what we call it. Receipts that Gosia has put out. And Gosia is questioning the CIC, whether this version of Marie is the version of Marie that we all know and love. And she's not saying she isn't the same person. She's saying, I don't know if she is. And then you have Marie coming out today saying that Gosia is a narcissist. And says a lot of information in her video. And again, I'm not picking sides. I've watched both 3-hour videos from Gosia. I've listened to the 30-minute video from Marie. And as a person, an outsider looking in, a lot of the things Marie said in her video today were not true. The accusations she made about Gosia were not true. Meaning that the last 6 hours, you can go watch it for yourself. And I'm not picking sides. I'm just a neutral position. You can watch it for yourself. Gosia is questioning mannerisms, behaviors, intentions, words, written words that were sent to her. She shows this evidence in her videos. Gosia has not come to a conclusion in any of her videos, the last 2-3-hour videos. There is no conclusion of who Marie is or who Marie isn't. She doesn't say definitively, this is this. She's just showing information, and she's questioning specific things. Where is Yaski? Where is Athena? Those questions still have not been answered by Marie. Marie today is saying that Gosia, in her video today, in her 30-minute video, is calling Gosia a narcissist, saying that Gosia saying all of these things that Gosia didn't say. And you can go look at Marie's video and go look at the 6 hours of footage. So it seems to me that Marie, and again, I'm coming from a neutral place, Marie is not watching the entire 3-hour and then the second entire 3-hour video that Gosia put out. She's only getting, in my opinion, right? She's only getting information fed to her through whoever is watching those 2-3-hour videos. If Marie would watch those 2-3-hour videos, she would know that she wouldn't have said the things that she said today, because there is no, I mean, you can look at it. There's no way Gosia is doing what Marie is claiming she is doing. Now, Gosia has questioned a lot of things, but again, no definitive conclusion of what, she's just throwing it out there. And Marie is on the defensive saying, well, she's a narcissist. But you're still not answering the questions, right? This is why we have this, and I'm talking to you, Marie, this is why we have this uncertainty about if you are the real Marie, even though you've claimed it several times in your video. We don't know if it's really you. And the reason why is because you're not going after any specific, like, watch Gosia's videos, write down everything that Gosia is questioning, and then come back and respond to all of it or some of it. But you are responding to none of it, which means that you are avoiding all of the concerns that we all have. Gosia sharing and that we all have, right? We have some concerns. This doesn't mean you're a bad person. Gosia didn't say that you're a bad person. We don't know what's happening. I know this for sure. Marie, if there was infiltration and somebody was pretending to be Marie that wasn't Marie, and Marie was still alive, but yet videos were still being published on her account by someone else that was not Marie, Marie would want the only two people, Gosia and Robert, the only two people that have direct communication with Earth humans, Gosia and Robert, to alert everybody. And so when Gosia comes and says, hey, I have these concerns, I'm concerned, you don't answer any of those questions. You just come out and attack Gosia, saying she's a narcissist. And if you watch the 2 videos by Gosia, anyone can watch them. They're on her channel, Cosmic Agency. You can see that Gosia is not a narcissist. She's not acting narcissistic. So those claims are false. Now, Marie, we don't know if you have been infiltrated, but we do know that the real Marie would want Gosia and Robert to come out and say something if they felt like they were being infiltrated. So the fact is that you're kind of not acting, Marie, you're not really acting like the queen that we know, right? You're not acting in that way. And you're not answering questions. You're avoiding so many questions. All you have to do is address. You don't have to do anything, by the way, just so you know. Like, again, and I'm not, it might sound like I'm taking Gosia's side. I'm in the middle, but I'm keeping it real. Like, attacking Gosia and calling her a narcissist is crazy because she is, right? She's in an immersion pod right now. Gosia is not like me, is not like any other follower, not like any other subscriber. Gosia is a Pleiadian on a ship in immersion coming to Earth for the purpose of helping the Pleiadian agenda, whatever you want to call it, right? She's pushing the narrative for the last 7.5 years. She is part of your team. Whether you want to include her in your team or not, that's up to you, but she is part of your team. You're calling somebody who's sitting in an immersion pod, whether she's on a ship anymore, she's back home in Temur, who knows where Gosia really is, right? In the immersion pod. But you're attacking, Marie, you're attacking verbally. You're attacking your own crew member. You're attacking your own race. And she's in a human body, but you're still attacking this person. And I don't personally think that the real Marie would do that. Now, that's just me. Now, maybe you are the real Marie. Maybe you are. I don't know. And the thing is, what you have done, and I'm speaking to Marie, what you have done is you've put yourself in a situation where you've eliminated Athena, you've eliminated Sophia, you've eliminated everybody on the starship Doleka. You've eliminated them. Now, I don't mean kill them. I mean, we don't know. But I mean eliminated them, meaning none of them have content. Dor Coral, I always say mispronounce his name. You guys even took over his channel, and there's no videos being posted. So, Marie, you put yourself where you're the only mouthpiece. You're the only mouthpiece for anything coming out of that starship. You are the only one. You just said in a recent video, there is anyone that pretends that you've had contact with them is lying. You're the only one. This is your only channel. You're the only one with direct contact. No one else is allowed to make direct contact with humans, only you. You've isolated yourself from everybody. And because you've done so, right? And for whatever reasons, I'm not judging. I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I'm just saying you put yourself in a situation where if you were infiltrated, the only people that you could possibly count on to come and alert us, the followers, the ones that are been with Gosia before you even arrived, Marie. You arrived 2.5 years ago. Before you even arrived, we were riding, right? We were riding with Gosia, meaning that we have 4 years, 4.5 years with Gosia way before you jumped up on the scene. And Gosia's been doing all of this work before you even got there. And then your platform was created and Gosia helped push that platform. You don't owe, I can tell you right now, Gosia is not on here saying you owe her anything. So to claim she's a narcissist when she literally is not asking you for anything, except these are my concerns about the way CIC spoke to her, my concerns about Athena, my concerns about Sophia. I don't know if there's an infiltration happening. You haven't addressed any of them. You're ignoring all of them. So again, you put yourself in a position where there's nobody else that can speak besides you on this group. So if you are infiltrated, guess what? There's nothing we can do, because you've put yourself in a position where, since you're the only mouthpiece up in space, right? You're the only mouthpiece speaking. Everything rides on you. And if you've been infiltrated, well, you just gave the enemy everything they need, because you're the only mouthpiece. You got rid of everyone else, and put yourself in this position. Again, I'm not blaming anybody. You have your own reasons. This is your own reasons to do whatever you want to do. It's your life. Do what you want to do with your life, please. I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you from a non-biased, and I'm non-biased. I really am non-biased. From my point of view, the accusations about her being Gosia being a narcissist are not true, because I didn't see any of those behaviors in the 2 videos. So either somebody's feeding you information on your ship that is lying to you, or you are not who you claim to be, which is the real Queen Marie, and somebody else is an imposter. And I think if there was an imposter and you were alive, maybe in a cage or in jail or wherever, right? If you were being captured and somebody was posing as you, you would want desperately for the only 2 people, especially the only one person that's in an immersion pod, to speak up for you, to speak up and question things. And that's exactly what Gosia's doing. She's speaking up and questioning things. Would you not want this? Who do you want to speak for you if you got, let's say you got captured. Let's say, Marie, you got captured and you're being held and somebody else is using your account. Who would you want to speak up about it? The Irmas don't have a channel. The Ontarians don't have a channel. You've eliminated everybody around you, so nobody else can speak. We have no idea where Sophia, we have no idea where Athena is at. We don't know. You've taken over another person's channel, Dork Kalel. I always say the name wrong. What do you want Gosia to do? She's doing exactly what you would want her to do if you were infiltrated. And so she's only questioning things. She's not saying, this is my conclusion, this is exactly what's happening. No. A narcissist would do that, but Gosia hasn't done that. And for you to come at Gosia instead of coming, you can do whatever you want. What I'm saying is, you shouldn't come after Gosia and Robert. You should address the concerns that Gosia and Robert have placed in front of the public. You should address those concerns instead of calling somebody who's in an immersion pod a narcissist, because she is the only one. She's more loyal to you than me. She's more loyal to you than anyone, because she is you. She's actually on your ship or on another ship or on a planet we don't know anymore, but she's an immersion pod to help this cause. She is here for you. She is the most loyal to you, Marie. So this is just my opinion. I could totally be off, and if I am, then I am. But this is just how I see things from my perspective. And I'm not taking sides. I'm not. But you have to address the questions that are being asked of you, instead of just attacking someone, their character, and saying this is who they are. And if you haven't watched those 2-3 hour videos and you are the real Marie, please go watch them. Watch them in their entirety, because then you'll see that the people feeding you the information, if that's what's happening, are actually lying to you directly. And that's something you have to address personally. But I don't know what's happening. I'm just looking from an outsider perspective. I'm Palladian Starseed, so I love my family. But Gosia and Robert bring up important things that holistic, beautiful, just higher vibrational individuals shouldn't act this certain way, and yet CIC is acting a specific way. So that's all I have to say. You know, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm not picking sides. Right now, I'm agreeing with Gosia and Robert that there's some interesting things that are making us, some of us, followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call us, making some of us doubt certain things, and you should address those things head on, Marie, head on, and that would clear the air on so much, instead of just posting a 30-minute video about a story about a bunch of people coming and somebody who's actually in an immersion pod right now is a narcissist. That is insane. That's just crazy. Address the concerns.